Don't be a loser.
For the love of God.
I'm Stephanie,
I'm Helen.
and welcome to this week's podcast.
Yay.
Yay, us, and yay, our audience.
Yes, especially the
Make sure to
audience.
let us know what you think in the comments. And we
Please.
do have a few topics that viewers had written in about this week, too.
Ooh,
So,
nice.
and from the comments, a common thread that I'm like, okay, I see we're going to have to talk about this.
Oh, fantastic. That's
So,
always great.
mhm. So, as always, we love to hear what you think, whether you agree with us or disagree with us.
Yeah.
And we will be reading some fan favorites
We're using that
later in the
term loosely,
podcast.
I assume.
Yes, yes. You all can be the judge of that as I read them.
Oh,
Oh man. Well, we had a talk last week about being lucky or being blessed. And I said, well, I'm lucky. And you said you're blessed. I said, I think I'm both.
yeah.
And you said, well, this and that, this and that. And I said, I win door prizes. Isn't that luck? And so I won another door prize at an event last weekend. And I was like, see, that's really fun. And it was based on the bag. And what's funny is we sat around at the table and said, oh, I'm going to change and go over there because I like that bag. Just because it had the hibiscus and these little bees on it was
Oh,
yellow,
yeah. Yep.
cheerful. And then that was the winning bag.
Oh, that's awesome. Well,
Yes. So I was like,
congratulations.
yes, thank you. Then I
Yeah.
went to a fun coffee kiosk with
Mm.
a girlfriend, and she got a small and I got a medium. They brought out her small and they brought out my medium. And I thought, wow, what a difference it is. And they accidentally made a large. And I'm like, well, darn
That was not
it.
an accident. There are no accidents.
Yes. So that was probably one was blessed and one was luck.
I think so.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, too funny.
So I think I'm going to jump right in with the State of the Union since
I think we
that's
need to.
possibly the newest. And folks, I'd like to say I'm always cool, but my husband and I decided to take a nap and we just slept on through. So we missed the State of the Union,
How long was your nap?
10 hours.
10 hours.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Do you know how many people would kill to sleep for 10 hours straight?
Well, I did have a rough day with getting the cast off and then getting a smaller one on
Yes.
and then having a little reaction and having like a fainting almost moment and
Mhm.
all of that. So I think that played a part of it.
Yeah, no, that would be exhausting.
Yes.
10
So
hour nap.
clearly I was exhausted, but I also the night before I hadn't slept because I knew I was going to the doctor and I had been praying for good news to be
Yes.
blessed. And
And you
I
were.
was blessed that I don't have to have surgery. So I
Yeah,
was
that's amazing
very
news.
relieved.
Yes. Um,
But for the State of the Union, back to that.
yes.
President Trump asked people to stand who thought the first priority of the American government was to take care of American citizens, and Democrats did not stand.
Why would they? They hate America. They want illegals because they know they can't convince Americans to vote for them. So they have to bring in illegals to vote for them. So, yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. They're horrible, miserable people. What do you expect? I mean, look what they stand for. Nothing. They don't have any moral compass. They don't have any sense of priority to the country. They are just horrible, horrible, miserable, power hungry, money hungry people. And you know what? They just show them who they are. They just keep telling us who they are. And we just have to believe them. They hate this
Mhm,
country and they should not
mhm.
be in government. They should not be in politics. And we need to replace them with people who actually love this country, people who are patriots and want the country to succeed.
Right.
That's it. Bottom line.
And that sweet little boy that had cancer, I don't know
Oh,
if you saw that a bunch of the Democrats didn't stand for, he passed. Did you see that?
no, the one from last year?
Hmm.
Oh, the one who was the police officer. Oh, I did
Hmm.
not see that he passed. Oh,
Yes. So
that's so
I know he was
sad.
such a little fighter and such a sweet boy.
Yeah, he was amazing. He
So
really was. Oh,
someone else that the Democrats didn't stand for, and
No,
how do you
they did
not?
not stand for him last year. I do remember that. Oh my, it was so ridiculous. It was
Hmm.
so crazy. They don't stand up for him, a little boy fighting cancer,
Hmm.
but they will defend rapists, murderers, child pedophiles, child traffickers, all that craziness that they will stand up for and defend and clap
Right,
for, but not
right,
for a little boy fighting cancer because he's a fan of Trump's.
right.
You see the mental illness, right? Like you can't deny it. They are mentally ill and they hate this country. There's nothing else to say about it.
Right,
Horrible.
right. And also, Trump talked about how the New York City mayor called on New
What?
Yorkers to help shovel snow, but he will require ID to get paid and not to vote. But I have to ask Helen, what about the married women who want to shovel snow, who don't have any ID because they don't know
Or
how to
the
get it?
or the African Americans who can't find the DMV and don't know how to use the internet, according to liberals. The black people don't know how to use the internet. My favorite was the mayor of New York said that people in the Bronx or Brooklyn, I can't remember what she said, Harlem, they've never seen a computer before. They don't know how to use a computer. They don't know what it is. And it's like, how do these people get elected being so racist? They are flat out saying that only white people and Asians know how to use computers and know how to get ideas. That's it. Everybody else is too brain dead, too retarded to know how to get an ID. How do you keep voting for these people? That I never will understand. And then
What's the whole podcast? Just us laughing.
laughing at how ridiculously
Yes.
stupid the Democrats are, the liberals are. And then I don't know if you want to talk about it now or if you have it for a later, but Gary Newsome, Gavin Newsome, yeah, saying
Yeah,
that,
I was like, I was going to talk about it later, but it was such a natural segue. So you go ahead and roll it in for us.
okay, he's in, he's being interviewed by a black guy in front of a black audience, and he's trying to relate to the black audience. So a rich white liberal guy by saying to the black audience, I'm just like you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. I don't read. I can't read. Like, are you seriously? How racist can you get by saying that you're just like every black person because you have a 960 SAT because black people can't get higher than a 960? Like black people are not capable of getting like 12, 13, 14, 1600. I don't when I was taking SATs, the highest you could get was 1600. I don't know what it is now. But like seriously, like and people are like, oh, great. Like, really, like, I don't understand this. He's insulting you. He's calling you stupid to your faces.
And you're
And
just going along with it.
they're like, yeah, this is great. He's just one of us. It's like, like, I don't know what to do with that kind of information. And and he's just like, yeah. If I was I don't know how the guy who interviewing him didn't stop him to say, so you think that we're not capable of getting better than a 960 on the SATs?
Right,
Like, why not call him out right away?
right.
Nicki Minaj did.
She did on
Yeah,
this
she put
point.
in like a tweet or something, I don't know, saying, and she's saying like, wow, like this is the most blatant evidence of pandering to the black community that she's ever seen.
Right,
And it's like, but here's the thing. Why didn't anyone stand up to him and say, why are you calling us this? Why are you stereotyping us? You're saying that
right,
because we're black, we can't do better than a 960 on the SAT, that we can't read, that we don't have the ability to do better in life. Like, how degrading and insulting. And I mean, that's racism. People confuse other things with racism. It's just, no, it's not. That is racism. That is blatant racism. So, okay, I'm like you. You're black, and I'm like you because I can't do better than a 960 on the SAT. How insulting.
And but then to the contrast, then he was with some white people
Yeah.
in interview, and he was talking about how he read this 260-page book in 90 minutes.
Yeah, no problems. It was so engaging. It was such an engaging book. I usually don't read it that quickly, but this was amazing. And yeah, so again, he is a liberal liar, and he is just going to say whatever it is he needs to say to get the people that are with him at that moment to be on his
Hmm.
side. Yeah, and you
Right.
can't trust him. He's horrible. Look what he said to the state of California. He's ruined it.
How does he
Absolutely.
keep getting elected in there?
Because it's full of freaking liberals.
But you think they would say, "This is terrible. Look at."
No, they don't. No, they blame somebody, they blame everybody else. No, it can't be their policies. It can't be their guy. That is the problem. The problem is that not everyone agrees with him or thinks like him,
Mhm.
and therefore they're the problem, not him, not his horrible policies, not all the horrible liberal leftist policies that are bankrupting and totally destroying that state.
Right.
Can't be that.
Nah.
Nah, no, because they're right. They're always right.
Well, New York City also has a higher budget than the entire state of Florida. To put
Yeah,
it in perspective, the state of Florida has about 3 times the amount of people that New York City does.
yeah. It's because Florida State doesn't offer as many welfare programs, and we have a lot of it, and we have a lot of people on it. But the state of New York also has a lot of corruption. New York City is so corrupt. I mean, let's be honest. Where's that money really going? It's going into the pockets of people, disguised as programs,
Hmm.
disguised as going to nonprofits, disguised as going to different organizations that are supposedly helping people. So yeah, no, it's a joke. Why? Why don't you actually look into the budget, see where all the money is going, cut what you don't need to spend, and then see what your number looks like. I'm
Right.
sure you can trim quite a bit out of that budget.
Hmm.
Absolutely a joke.
Right. And
Absolutely.
I had higher than a 960 SAT,
You
and
did.
I could read,
You could read and you got a nice. Wow.
and I have my own ID, even though I'm a married woman, because I knew how to get it.
Now you're just showing off.
A little bit.
Now you're just showing off.
A little bit.
Yeah. And no, it's crazy to me that people just really believe these things.
Right, right. Well, Prince Andrew, former Prince Andrew, has been
Mhm.
arrested on suspicion of misconduct in the public office.
Good.
And remember, he was stripped of his royal title last October after the reports from the Epstein files came out.
Good. Well, it's nice to know that they're holding him accountable. I don't know what's going to come of it, if anything, but it's nice to see that, things are happening in the right direction.
I
Yeah.
want more to happen, and especially here. I don't know that we've made any arrests here.
I don't, again, I think that there's something bigger is looming in the background. That's just my feeling.
Hmm.
And
I
I'm
hope you're
hoping
right.
that whatever it is happens soon and we get
Hmm.
to start seeing all of these horrible people, horrible, horrible people, the Clintons, you know, we'll start with them. They're the most horrible,
Right,
and all these other horrible celebrities and politicians and, businessmen and women. Get them all out.
right, right.
Yeah, round them all up. We don't need them. Yeah,
Yeah,
hurting children is not something that will ever be okay. Although
right.
they would like it to be, which is the whole reason why they keep trying to make pedophilia okay. It's
Hmm.
like changing the name of it from calling someone a pedophile to calling them a MAP, like,
Yeah,
minor attracted person. No, you're a pedophile and you should be killed. Thank you.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, no, yeah, yeah. Hopefully, like you said, I hope we start seeing things happen in the US.
Hmm. Agreed. Agreed. The Florida House just passed an 80-30 party line vote to get rid of property taxes.
Thank you, Jesus.
hmm It won't have anything to do with schools or ad valorem taxes, and it still has to pass in the Senate, and then it'll go on to the ballot for November. And this is, for those who might not know, it would be on your homesteaded property, so basically your primary residence.
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
Um,
That will save so many people thousands of dollars.
right.
And I think that's wonderful. I
hmm
think that's great because how did we just accept the fact that everything we do is taxed? How? When did this happen? Why did it happen? Why aren't
hmm
people saying, like, we started the American Revolution because they wanted to put a 2-cent tax on tea. And,
Right.
and now we're taxed anywhere from like 20 to 50%, depending on
hmm
your income. And no one bats an eye. And if you say anything, then you're a horrible, horrible person. It's like, wait. This is wrong. I
hmm
should not be paying all these taxes.
Right.
So this is a great first step. So what does it take for it to actually become law so that the property
Well,
tax goes away?
if it does pass, it would begin January 1, and it wouldn't affect law enforcement, fire departments, or first responders funding and school district taxes. But it just still has to pass through the Senate. So it sounds to me like that's the next step.
Okay, so it's not something we vote on in November.
Yes, it will go on the ballot if it passes the Senate,
If it
and it'll
passes,
go on the
okay,
ballot
that's
in
what I
November.
wanted to know. I didn't know if it was
Mhm.
one that they just pass, and then DeSantis signs into law or, okay, so we have to vote on it.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right. I can only imagine what the liberals are going to do to to make it that it's bad to not pay your property tax. Only rich people are going to benefit from this. No,
Right.
anybody who owns a home is going to benefit from this.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And they're going to try to make it and say, oh, it's the landlords that are going to benefit. No, it's not because it's only on the main residence, the one that's got the homestead. So
Right.
again, there's going to be a lot of lies from the left and trying to make it bad. It's like you're a horrible person for not wanting to pay taxes. No, I'm a smart person because I don't want to pay taxes.
Right. Right. Speaking of smart people, there was a
Oh,
man who broke into Mar-a-Lago.
oh,
He was shot dead by the Secret Service.
good.
He broke through the secure perimeter. He had a shotgun and a gas can. They told him to drop both items, and he dropped the gas can, went to move the gun as though he was going to shoot, and then they shot him to kill
Good.
and killed him.
Congratulations. You're an idiot.
And I believe I saw somewhere that President Trump wasn't even on site when this
Yeah, I think people just, yeah, they're just mentally ill, and this guy didn't get the help that he needed, but the Secret Service helped him in a different way.
hmm
Yeah.
Well, should I do the comments next or some of our viewer requests?
Oh, did we finish everything you wanted to talk about for State of the Union?
Well, you know what? We finished everything that I had to talk about. Did you have anything to add to that?
Um, just that Melania looked gorgeous as always.
I mean, there's no news there.
No, I'm just
The
stating
news
the
would be if
obvious.
she didn't.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm just stating the obvious at this point. But no, I thought it was great. I mean, the parts that I saw, I didn't watch the whole thing straight through, but I
hmm
watched a good chunk of it. And my favorite part was when he was yelling at the Democrats for not standing up for certain things. And he goes, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. He goes, how shameful is this? Like, and it's so true. It's so true. Yeah. I also loved it when he was saying that we need to pass the law around insider trading for
hmm
Congress. And they show Nancy Pelosi clapping, and he starts laughing. He goes, "Is Nancy Pelosi clapping for this?"
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Did
He's
she stop
so
clapping?
funny. And he's like, "Does she know what she's clapping for?" The
Did she stop
queen,
clapping?
the queen of proprietary information.
hmm
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's so funny. Oh my gosh, that was the best. Yeah, no, it was good. I really enjoyed it. And Lots of really good moments showcasing the good things that Trump and his administration and the Republicans have been doing. And then
Hmm.
just another example of showcasing how out of touch and really misguided the
Hmm.
Democrats are.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Mm.
okay, where do you want to go now?
Do you want to do some little comments or do you
Yes,
want
let's
to
do
do,
it.
okay. So I
I
have a
can't wait. I
few.
haven't heard any of these, so it'll be
I know
good.
I didn't want to give too much away. I told you that we were going to have some.
Yeah.
So I have, I was kind of debating which order I wanted to do them in. This one, uh, a follower,
Okay.
not used to saying I'm like a follower, wrote in, and it was very haunting to me. It was so well
Oh,
said as a service member.
okay.
It's really amazing. And this was regarding the clip about the Afghanistan
Hmm.
girls and no schooling and all of the horrific things.
Yeah.
And he said, I saw one of your videos about children in Afghanistan. I did respond and then scrolled your page. If I can help, I'm in. Spent many years of military services overseas, dealt with many children trying to earn hearts and minds in the Middle East, and I'm haunted by what may have become of them.
Hmm.
Truly, I don't DM ever. I don't have a social media presence, but your video hit home. I
Oh.
figured I would send this regardless. No obligation to respond, already followed. Just keep up the work. It's recognized, but I am here. Thanks for taking the time.
Wow, that is beautiful.
It really is.
I love that. You know what we need to do with that one? I would like, in all seriousness, I'd like to get that one printed out and framed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's it really touched me, and
Yeah.
I thought
I
we are
think
going to
that's
highlight
amazing. Yeah.
this.
And
Hmm.
thank you to whoever it was that wrote that because that's the whole point. Like we have fun, we laugh, we like to joke around and everything. But really, we want to bring light to different issues and hopefully get even just one person, maybe not change their mind, but to have them listen and think maybe for even for a second that a little differently than the way they had in the past. And that's
Hmm.
really what this is all about. I mean, we have a good time. We have a good time without being on Zoom. Like we
Hmm.
don't,
Right.
we get together and we laugh and we talk. I mean, this is what we do when we get together. This is
Hmm.
conversations you're seeing us have are the conversations that we have. And
Right.
so, yeah, so thank you to whoever wrote that. That was really amazing.
That was Finn's fan.
Well, Finn's fan, you're awesome.
Hmm. Yeah, agreed.
All right.
And now I would like to highlight that these next comments are completely opposite of that, but
Great.
pretty awesome.
All right, let's go. And
So
please let
one
me know
said,
if there are any spelling errors because I guarantee you there is going to be spelling errors.
well, it's like I told you, and again, audience, I did not. So this one, don't drink your tea.
Okay.
It says STFU, which is shut the fuck up.
Oh.
So STFU fool, you're YOUR, an uneducated idiot.
Okay, I don't know how to spell because I never passed third grade, but okay.
And that's from Sam's You Scented Candles. And maybe if you're going to tell someone they're uneducated, you shouldn't have a spelling error.
That's very true. You've lost all credibility. Thank you. Next one.
Mhm. Sorry, very touching. All right. This one is from Broker of Guns
Oh,
at MayaCon79. Don't worry, sweetheart. We know you, PU, dollar sign, YS, so AKA pussies,
yeah, yeah.
are just loudmouths. And when it comes time to hide in a basement, shh, let the men handle this.
So is it a guy who wrote that or a girl?
I think he was calling us this,
Yeah.
but it doesn't really make any sense. It didn't make sense to what it was saying, nor does it make sense.
No. Was it for that one clip? For the same clip about the girls in Afghanistan, or do you remember?
I don't think it was about that. I think it was about the servicemen and women being called back if they wanted to
Oh,
with
yeah. What did we
back
do
pay.
there? We said that we were thrilled. We were happy about that. Clearly, someone has a comprehension problem. So, okay, good. Thank you. And you know what?
And
I have
then,
no problem with men wanting to defend me
right.
and defend my country. No, I'm happy for that. Thank you for, and I appreciate anybody who wants to do that. I'm not a feminist. I'm not stupid to think like men are evil and masculinity is toxic. No, on the opposite. Masculinity is an amazing, beautiful thing. A very
Hmm.
strong masculine man is such a delight to be around. So there we
Exactly.
go.
I would agree.
Yes.
And then this one,
Oh God.
dismantled, dismantled a system.
Oh, okay. Oh, great. This one's a winner already.
Sh- Shut TF up. You're, spelled correctly, generalizing almost a quarter of the entire human population across many countries in every continent. Go FYS, which would be go fuck yourselves.
Yeah. But you didn't
That
prove
one
them wrong.
I did comment and said, thank you for your interest. I will be reading this one on our next podcast.
And again, what proof do you have? You didn't give anything other than someone hurt your feelings. Shut up,
But
loser.
nothing even was like hurtful. That what's funny is like, does this go with this comment?
I know. I'm like, what are you even talking about?
Right,
You're just
right.
generalizing. Oh, whatever. Okay. Go dismantle a system somewhere. I don't know. Someone's already dismantled your brain.
Well, and someone else said regarding with the girls in
Hmm.
Afghanistan, they said, you sound awfully Islamophobic. And
Mm.
I replied and I said, well, we're talking about the extremist, not someone who's quietly practicing the religion. People are free to practice the religion. But if your religion is killing people or hurting your own women, that's not great.
You know what? I would have just said thank you. Because I'm not Islamophobic because I'm not afraid of Islam.
Right,
A
right,
phobia is if you're afraid of something. I'm not afraid of it. I don't
right.
like it. I don't like the extremists. I don't like what they're doing to women. I don't like what they're doing to children. I don't like what they're doing to homosexuals. I don't like what they want to do to Europe in America. I don't
Hmm.
like their actions. I'm not afraid of them.
Right.
Islam, no. You know
And
what I am
that's
afraid
an
of?
what?
I'm afraid of heights, but I still go on airplanes and I still go up elevators and I still do all the stuff that heights involves.
Hmm.
I'm not going to let something stop me from doing what
Right,
I know is right and what I need to do.
right.
So shut up. Islamophobic. Ooh, is that your key word for the day? Yeah. Did you get extra points for using that word?
It is a buzzword right now.
Yeah. Woo. Did you get extra
Yep.
stamps in your liberal card? How many more stamps till you get a free Starbucks?
Well, and this one is a viewer request,
Ah, sure.
which I really appreciated this one in particular because we have talked a lot. We've said children, but we've talked a lot about girls, and children does include these young boys too.
Boys.
Boys are targets as well.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they said, yes. And they said, look up the Dancing Boys of Afghanistan. It is a 2010 documentary.
Yeah.
Hundreds of Afghan boys are trained to entertain male audiences and then traded for sexual favors
Oh.
among former warlords and businessmen. So,
Disgusting. So sad for the little boys. I have a little boy. I have a hard time with the little boy stuff and little girl stuff. I mean, because
mhm,
I have a little boy. Anything that deals with kids, it just blows my mind that anyone would want to hurt a child. And
right.
it blows my mind even more that there are adults that are okay with it, that they know it's happening and they would rather side with it than oppose it because they don't want to be perceived as being conservative or being on the side of Trump or agreeing with ICE or doing anything. Like, no, 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 you go ahead and rape that 10-month-old baby. No problem. No problem. You do what
Yeah,
you need to do. You're good. You're a liberal. You got it.
right, right.
We're good.
So again, these atrocities are
Yeah,
happening
but I
to,
do want to say thank you to that person for yes, yes. And we can be more explicit when we're talking about that. We are talking
Mhm,
about both the boys and the girls. So
mhm,
yes.
yes. And then another viewer request, and this actually came in through a few, and I think this was one that you weren't as familiar with it either. On January 29th, 2026, the Australian Foreign Minister Penny Wong announced an additional 50 million in humanitarian assistance for Afghanistan, bringing the total support since 2021 to 310 million. And this aid aims to address the severe ongoing humanitarian crisis by supporting women and girls, food security, and health services through reputable international partners rather than directly to the Taliban. So this was something that a couple people had mentioned, and I thought
Yes.
it was worthy of bringing up.
No, that's excellent. Yeah,
Hmm.
so thank you to her. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's amazing. No, there
So,
is lots of good. There's lots of good people,
hmm.
lots of good in the world, lots of good actions. But the evil, the demonic, the satanic, the mentally ill, the just pure, there's this evil over undertone that's really permeating throughout the world. And people are just turning a blind eye to it, or they're just accepting it. They're becoming part of it. And I just don't understand. I don't understand why people are not standing up against all of this crazy, horrible stuff that's happening in the world.
I think some people feel like, well, what can I do? What can I as one person do?
Well,
And
I
I
think
think,
also it's they don't want to be called Islamophobic, right?
mhm,
They don't want to
or
get called a
whatever.
racist. They don't want to get called all these names, which
Hmm.
I don't care. Call me whatever the frick you want. Like, what do I care what you call me? I call you an idiot. Big deal. It's a name. It's a word.
Right, right.
So yeah, yeah. But
But I think
no.
one of the first things we can do is shed some light on it. And I'm
Yes,
learning a
that's
lot
the
by
whole point.
researching all of this, and I welcome that. I still always want to come to my thoughts and feelings about these different topics with kindness. But I think as I'm going through some of this, some of my ways to come at it from kindness are starting to shift. And that's probably a topic for another podcast.
Yeah.
Again, it is important to me to come at things from kindness.
Yeah, I
Even
like to
it
come
can be factual,
yeah, I like to
but
just come with things with truth. I don't care about the
mhm,
kindness part. I don't need that.
well, and truth as well.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. You like to try to combine the two. And I'm like,
Hmm.
no, you can't. You just have to go with the truth, and that's it.
Hmm.
Number one
Hmm.
truth. Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior. That's it.
Hmm.
That's the most important truth anybody could ever have. Number two
Hmm.
truth. Don't don't try to sugarcoat and turn a blind eye because you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. It's
Hmm.
facts over feelings. Feelings don't.
Hmm.
Feelings get you in trouble. Facts
Hmm.
never will.
Well,
I
and I
know you
think
like to
about
be
it a lot of,
kind. I know you like to be kind and because you are very kind. Yeah.
mhm,
But yeah. But I am
yeah.
glad that you are starting to not be so kind. You still are compared to me, you're still like super like
I am diabetic inducing.
compared to me, you are. Yeah. Oh.
Uh,
Yeah. I find out
thousands,
people are afraid of me. I'm like, good.
you're like, job well done.
Thank you. I don't care.
Speaking of being fearful, thousands of Americans were told to shelter in place in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, after the
Yes.
Mexican government took out El Mencho. He was the leader of the biggest drug cartel, and tons of violence followed all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's crazy what's going on
Hmm.
over there. But
Hmm.
you know, you know what? It's Mexico. Let them deal with it.
Well, it's scary, but
It is very scary.
hopefully that puts a big wrench in their operation.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what the government ends up doing there, but
Hmm.
yeah, I hope the Americans can come home safely. They're not going to get targeted. You just don't know. I mean, so many people are when it's one of these situations, the outcome is never going to be good. It's
Hmm.
never going to
Hmm.
be a good outcome. But it's something that they clearly felt they had to do. And, to get this person, which is true, you need to take down these cartels because we don't need these drugs coming across the American border.
Right. Right. And something that is coming out in the news, but I don't think is surprising to people with common sense or critical thinking skills. Mark Zuckerberg just admitted that the Biden-Harris administration pressured him into censoring Americans via Facebook, and got to wonder where that's coming
So
from.
why
Is he
did he
trying?
lie about it before?
Well, it's like, is he trying to get ahead of it? Is something coming out?
Well, no,
What's
they've asked him and he's lied. So why did
right?
you lie about it? Why all of a
Hmm.
sudden? Yeah. You know what? You're a piece of shit. And no,
Yeah.
no. Why would anybody trust this guy? He is horrible. He is a
Hmm.
horrible person. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, big surprise. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got pressured. Really? You have like the largest social media network in the world, but they pressured you? No, you voluntarily, willingly did it. And you were
Right.
happy to do it because that is the side of your political spectrum. So
Right.
please stop. Please stop. And I can't believe anybody's ever going to believe him that he's sorry for it because I'm sure that's part of it as well. I'm sorry I did it and this and that and loser.
Yeah. Yep.
Go back to your Palo Alto mansion and shut up.
I do. Sorry, some of the stuff and the way you say it, I'm like, I'm tickled. I do have to say that there's been a lot of interesting things with the Olympics, and I've been
Yes.
very glad that we are
Is
doing well. Glad that I think it's
it
46
still
years
going
since,
on?
well, 46
I didn't
years.
watch any of it. I didn't even know it was happening.
Well, it's been 46 years since the men's hockey team beat Canada. They
That's the
just
only
did
reason I
it
even
again.
knew it was happening was because when the hockey team, the men's hockey team and the women's hockey team, when they
I
both
was just
won
gonna say
gold.
both won gold, the men's and the women's.
Yeah,
So
that's the only
that's
reason I even knew the
phenomenal.
Olympics was happening was that I saw it all over social media. I was like, oh, I had no idea because I don't care. I don't watch the Olympics. Um, Not that anything against it. It's, I think some of the stuff they do is really beautiful, the ice skating, and I really, it's fun to watch them do those big jumps with the skis and everything and all that
Hmm.
stuff. Hockey was, I just am not one of those people who sits and watch sports.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, I didn't even Summer Olympics. I don't need to see gymnastics. I don't need to see any of that
I
stuff,
love to
track
see
and field.
gymnastics though.
Yeah. But and then the US won the gold for women's figure skating. So that was really
Hmm.
cool. She was
Yes.
awesome. Alyssa Liu, I think is her name. But
Think
yeah.
pretty
So
neat.
yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
I always want the USA to win. So yeah,
Of
go
course.
USA. Yes.
Hmm.
Bring home as many gold medals as you can. But
Right.
I really didn't watch any of it.
I I watched
Did you watch any?
I did watch some, and a lot of times it's just if we're somewhere and they have it on, I don't necessarily always turn it on. But whenever I did, we were at my mother-in-law's, we were watching it. We were watching, is it the luge where they're in a toboggan on the ice going super fast
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they
It's
have,
like, yeah, they're on it. Yeah, yeah. That's the luge. And then the bobsled is when they're actually in that little like cigar type thing.
yes, even just getting in that, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then of course Tom's like, that looks so fun. And I'm thinking, who came up with that? It looks like you're just gonna like spit up like a watermelon seed and fly up into the air, going crazy fast. So it was pretty amazing that they can do that and
Yeah, no, that's
live.
that's really cool. Yeah, I mean, the sports itself are really cool. The athletes are very talented.
Hmm.
It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
So
I love for the US to win. I love hearing the national anthem. It's the most beautiful song in the world, and always very proud of it. But yeah.
yeah.
And I did love that the men's US hockey team was at the State of the Union last night.
Hmm.
that was awesome.
That
And
was
the
cool.
goalie won the Presidential Medal of Freedom, for, yeah, that was awesome.
And there were so many good memes with, and we have a lot of great dentists here.
Yeah.
Like a true hockey star. So
Yeah, yeah, so cool.
that is all I have for us tonight. I don't know if you have anything you want to add.
No, no, I think I'm good. This was
Okay.
we covered a lot of good things and we got to hear some really, really fun comments.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Fun, fun, and then that haunting, very well
yes, the
written
one
one
that,
that.
yeah, that one I think
Mhm.
we need to save that
Mhm.
one.
Yes.
Yeah, that one
So
was a good one. But yeah, so until next time,
until next time, I will sign us out. Don't be a loser.
for the love of God,
I'm Stephanie.
I'm Helen.
Until the next time.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye bye.